Okay, let's look at number 8. So it's the same thing. Identify the characteristics of the graph below, and you're starting with the equation. So once again, we need to be using y equals a times the absolute value of x minus h plus k as our equation. So this k is up and down, h is left and right, but it's the opposite of what you expect. A is the slope, which is rise over run. Okay, this is just stuff that you should know and be able to write down on your paper to help you. So very first thing you have to look at is the vertex. So the vertex here, let's go ahead and write the parts of the equations that we know. Y equals, leave a space for the A, absolute value of x, leave a space for the h, and then a space for the k on the back. Okay, so here we know we had to go up 2. So we're going to put a plus 2 on the back. We know we had to go to the right 6, so that's going to be minus 6, so that's going to be the opposite of what you expected. And then the very next time it crosses a corner is going to be right here on the edge of the graph. So you have to go, nope, I missed one right here. Don't miss one. Don't do what I just did. It's right here. You have to go down 1 over 1. So it's going to be down 1 over 1. Okay? What you could also just write that as -1 or just negative. Okay. So then it asks you for the end behavior. So once again, you need to be looking at the ends and the behavior of the ends. So we're looking at the ends of the graph, the arrows, and what is the behavior of that end? It's going down and is going to the left. Okay? Down is a y direction and down is a negative direction. Left is an x direction, and it is also a negative direction. So we're going to say as x approaches negative infinity, y approaches negative infinity. Okay? So then our other arrow, I kind of crossed it out on accident, sorry, but it's right there. It is going down, and it is going to the right. So the right is an x direction, it is positive. Down is a y direction, and it is negative. Okay, so as x is going to positive infinity, y is going to negative infinity. Okay, and you want to keep in mind that your y should go the same direction, okay, on an absolute value equation, and your x's should go in opposite directions, because that's the V shape requires that. Okay, so then we want to know, is it a minimum or a maximum? So is this point the maximum or the minimum? Well, it is the highest point, it is the maximum. So we're going to cross off minimum. There is no minimum. And then we're going to describe that point in XY format. Always do X first, so it's 6, 2. 6, 2. That is the name of that point. Okay, so our domain and our range, you need to know that domain is X and range is Y. So let's look at our X's. We can see that it goes from negative infinity to positive infinity. It goes both directions. So we need to have negative infinities always first because it is smaller. Negative infinity to positive infinity. Another way to say that is all real numbers. The y values, on this one we can see that it has negative infinity here, but then we're going to have a number over here on the other side. So if you're looking at the y values, make sure, because range is y, make sure you're looking at these y values right here. What is the biggest value? Because it needs to be on this side, so it's the biggest value you can get to. Well, the biggest value you can get to is right here at 2. And once again, it should match your maximum y value. So then our x-intercepts, that's where it crosses. So I did draw one in right here, and there's one right here. So there's 2 of them. So this one is crossing at 4, and that's an x-intercept, so the 4 goes in the x spot, 0. And then this one is, that looks like 8. I kind of drew over it, but it's an 8. And then it's in the x spot because it's an x-intercept, 0. And then y is going to be, it's crossing at -4, and that's a y-intercept, so that goes in the y spot. The x is 0. All right, good luck on that test on Friday.